today's going to be short and sweet. We'll see. I'm basically trying out my new course platform that sits behind everything that pretty much everything that I've built in the past couple of years now is on this course platform. So we've got React for Database is using this same platform. My blog is using this thing built on Gatsby. Serverless Handbook is using it, and serverless React.dev. There might be others that I'm forgetting, but these are the 4 big ones that are all using the same course platform. And the problem that I've had so far with this is that it's been developed sort of, hey fuzzy buddy, haven't seen you in a while, how are you? So this course platform has been built sort of spread out between multiple repositories. So it's got different features, different courses have different features, different support for different versions of things. And what Emmanuel, who's been helping me build this stuff, has been working on for the last couple of months. It turns out that this was a lot of work. He turned this into a Gatsby theme that can now be shared as an NPM repository or as an NPM package between all 4 different websites, and they're now going to all be using the same thing. So what I'm doing today is trying out the final stage of that refactoring effort, seeing if it works, trying it out locally, and then making a couple of small changes. And if all looks well, I'm going to push it to production, and then after we do a couple of more things, I'm probably going to open source this platform sometime next year and try to make it available to others to use, because I think it's really cool and I don't want to be the only person in the world using it. So let's get started with, I think he said React for Database has it. I'm going to go check what has the correct branches and what doesn't. And I should probably write an article about what it's like to build a Gatsby team, because this has been a very interesting experience so far. Unfortunately, I wasn't the one doing most of it, so I don't really know. Let's see, we have the branch with private team. So I can go into my documents website, React for Database. We're going to fetch from master, git fetch origin master, and I'm going to avoid doing this with swizzes.com on the stream because it's really annoying to test because it takes like an hour to build or something like that. But that's a whole different can of worms. We're going to git checkout, what was it, with private team. Come on, with private team, no? Why is it not fetching this thing? Git fetch origin. Why isn't it not? Oh, there we go. Git checkout with private team. Got that. And now I can run yarn to install all of the dependencies, including the base Gatsby theme that we've built. This is going to pretty much enable all of the features for the whole thing. And it's not installing. Gatsby theme course platform is not found. Why can't I install this? How do I install private packages even if they're mine? npm installing private npm modules. So, oh, thank you, Fuzzy Buddy. The streams are, I fiddled around with the settings and I configured the bitrate to be a little higher than it used to be. Okay, setting up your npm registry. Gem Fury, no, I don't want that. npm install private package. So I know I have access to the private package because I'm the one who published the package, but why can't I install it? So if we go here, look at packages, you see I should have, where are my private packages? Here, there we go. Swizzard's Gatsby theme course platform should be available. Now, why can't I install it? Creating and publishing, paid. Yes, I have a paid account, user scope private, adding collaborators, creating and publishing using NPM packages. Okay, let's see, creating and publishing private stuff. Creating a private one. Yes, we have a private one. So why can't I install this shit? That's the question. And why is this menu so large? Testing your package, npm install. Do I have to do npm install? Will that make it work? That would be interesting. Why can't I yarn install this, but I can npm install it? Maybe there's a configuration I need to do. Let's try with npm. Wonderful. We're down to 5 people watching because I guess this is not going to be a very interesting stream, but I still wanted to do it live. Let's see. So it's installing everything. It might take a while. See your private package. Yes, we have that. I'm curious why I can't yarn install. I'll have to ask Emmanuel about that. Does anyone in the chat room know why? Does anyone in the chat room know why I can? It looks like I can npm install a private npm package, but I can't yarn install it. I thought those two things were pretty much the same. So if anyone in the chat room knows why that's the case, please let me know what I'm doing wrong, because I have no idea. All right, so this is still installing. It's kind of slow today. Let's see. Okay, come on. Install faster, computer. All right, so while that's installing, I can tell you a couple of new things that are going to happen with the updated course platform. I don't know if any of you have purchased any of my courses, but if you have, the new things you're going to see when this goes out is an updated look for all of the fonts that's going to be more responsive and easier to read when you're looking at content that's at text content. Nice. Fast Billy or whatever the spam is, I do not want to buy followers. Sorry. Becoming famous by buying followers that's just not how you become famous. So anyway, the new things are going to be the sidebar. Actually, I can show you. So on serverless react.dev, if I log in, you'll see that there's a lot of stuff in the sidebar because there's so many different chapters in the course. So, no, there we go. So you see there's a lot of stuff here on the side. And when you scroll down, you kind of lose sight of the menu. We've updated the course platform so that the menu, I'm hiding it behind my camera. So if you look here, you see that the menu scrolls away. That has been fixed. It's now going to float around and follow you as you scroll down the page. Another thing that we fixed is, what is the other thing that we fixed? We added support for better fonts. See, this is kind of hard to read and there's not good enough spacing between different lines and stuff. So that has been fixed. We have better font support. Another thing that's been fixed that I think is going to be really cool is that the new platform supports it has better support for upgrades. So if you're going to buy a lower tier of a course, you're going to be able to upgrade to a higher tier just by, like, if you click here and you see, oh, I don't actually have access to these videos, you're going to have a button directly there to upgrade for the delta in price, which I think is going to be really cool. What's some other stuff that we have in the new platform? I don't actually know. I forgot all about it. The main thing is going to be that we'll be able to work on this faster, and we'll be able to make sure that every website that I have has the same updates and the same platform and stuff like that. So why is this taking so long to install? It's still installing. Let me look at my roadmap to see what else we added since we started working on this stuff. Okay, Notion decided to reload the page. Does anyone else think that it's really weird when desktop apps reload the page? Let's see. What do we have? So we're going to have all of the embeds and stuff are going to be fixed. Oh, did we forget to move items into the new thing? Yeah, we have. So we're going to have, we're also going to have support for buying courses in installments. That's going to be really exciting. What else? Yes, turning course platform into a Gatsby theme. That's what we're doing. Yeah, so apparently I'm a very bad product manager and I haven't been keeping up with all of these tickets, but it should be an exciting upgrade. And if nothing else, we're going to be able to make a lot of upgrades coming up. So if you have ideas for features for a course platform, please let me know because I would love to add them. Wow, this npm install is taking forever. Yay, so we installed. I can now run yarn start to see the React for Dataviz course on localhost, and I'm going to see what needs to change or if anything does need to change. Okay, so that's running. That might take a little while. Oh, what died? Gatsby remark embedder cannot find module. Why can't it find Gatsby remark embedder? Okay. Fuzzy Buddy, great question. What's the difference between yarn and npm? So the main difference between yarn and npm is that so one is that yarn is a package manager that you have to install. npm comes directly with Node. Their outputs are a little different, and yarn used to be faster, but I think at the end of the day, right now, they're probably pretty much the same. So it doesn't really matter which one you use, but it's curious that Gatsby remark embedder isn't being installed. So I'm gonna open React for Dataviz and see if there's a dependency missing. React for Dataviz, go into package.json, but yeah, see, so that's the main reason we started using Gatsby Theme Course Platform. It's the new theme, is that you don't need to have all of the embed stuff or all of the wow, I'm having trouble today. So you're no longer supposed to need all of the stuff to be installed manually because there's a major plugin that does everything for you. So why isn't Gatsby remark embedder working? What if, let's see, Gatsby Theme Course Platform. Let's go look at the course platform repository. Maybe we can see, what can we see? Oh, let's try npm run start. Maybe running it with npm instead of yarn is going to magically fix issues, although I don't think it will. So reactfordataviz.com. Also, I'm live coding. No, that's the wrong one. If I go to the course platform here, course platform, let's see. Oh, by the way, Fuzzy Buddy, is my stream lagging in any way right now? Are there like, am I dropping frames or anything like that? Also, I don't think, where is all of this configuration? Do I have .env files? Let's see, ls minus a. I don't have the .env files that I think I need to have all of this stuff. What else is missing? Scoped routes. Yeah, we got those. Site source constants, scoped routes. Do we have those? Cool, that's configured. So see, this is how I configure who gets access to which pages on the course. That's super useful. Okay, it's generating image thumbnails, but I'm still worried about why Gatsby remark embedder isn't working. Gatsby plugin MDX. Okay, let's go look at the course platform. If we look at package.json, workspaces course platform, yes, no, not the example. Course platform, what is in your package.json? Are you missing Gatsby remark embedder? Fine, sure, no, crap. Gatsby remark embedder is installed. So we're not able to run this. Let's try adding npm I Gatsby remark embedder. Maybe I need to install it here because the other MDX stuff is installed here. Okay, so if we look at package.json, I'm gonna have to ask Emmanuel why, even though we have this, we still need the MDX and Gatsby plugin manifest and stuff. Is this independent? Yeah, this is all in dependencies, so it should be magically installed, but I'll check what's going on. Let's see if adding it is going to help. Also, wow, my computer is being slow today. But I would be really happy to get this to production today. So we're gonna try our best. Ba-ba-da-da-dum. Okay, come on, install faster. It's kind of funny how OBS says that it's using 8% of my CPU, but it's actually using like 1,000,000 of my cores, pretty much all of them. It's also Camera Live is using a lot. I need to find a better way of doing that. Maybe it's time to get a capture card. Okay, so let's run. Oh, cool. So hearing music in the background is awesome, but probably also means that YouTube is going to decide to ban this video. I hope that doesn't happen. Okay, source and transform nodes. Come on, you can do this, computer. Generating thumbnails, even though they're supposed to already be there. I guess, okay, so it looks like installing Gatsby Remark Embedder here worked instead of just relying on the one from my platform. I'm gonna have to ask. I'm really curious why that is. I wonder if that's because we have the other ones installed here. So I think because plugin MDX is installed here, it's then expecting to get the remark embedder from the wrong part of the entire project. So instead of grabbing it from the course platform, it's trying to grab it from the parent repository, which is kind of weird, but I've seen NPM or I've seen node modules do weird things like that before. Oh, I'm also in the wrong view. You gotta tell me these things. I'm still learning how to be better about like doing visual changes on this stuff. Maybe I should get one of those boards with little buttons for streaming. That would be cool. Okay, let's see. Come on, generate the thumbnails. You can be faster at this. So I think this is going to actually run now, and then we'll be able to change the font, play around with a couple of things like that, and then it should just work. I hope. We'll see. We will see. Come on, image thumbnails, go faster. Okay, come on, computer. Almost there. Okay. I think it ran. Now let's see if it starts. I need to stop leaning into the microphone because it's really not good for my back. Maybe if I do this, but then I feel like I'm really hidden by the microphone. Okay, so run page queries. Come on. I don't think you're actually running 128 of them per second if it's taking you this long. Is localhost 8000 up yet? Oh, still building development bundle. Okay. Come on. I feel like my computer needs a lot of pep talk to go faster. To, oh, come on. You don't need to generate all of the image thumbnails again. You already did that. Oh, cool. But I've only dropped 24 frames so far. That's pretty good. It used to be a lot more than that. Are there things that I can quit? Probably don't need this guy. Come on. Come on, quit. Okay, don't need that. I need my music. I need VS Code. I guess I can quit messages. Still building development bundle. This is taking forever. What else can I quit? I need camera live. So yeah, this is the downside of doing things while live coding, is that it really slows down my computer and then everything takes forever. And I wish there was a solution to that. And I'm afraid that the solution involves switching to Windows instead of using Mac. But I don't really want to do that, because on Windows, I think OBS can use the hardware acceleration, the graphics card, to actually do the streaming. But that's really not what I want to be doing right now. Or I just don't like Windows. Then whether switching from WordPress to Gatsby is worth it kind of depends on how you're hosting it and what you're doing with it. For me, the main reason I switched to Gatsby was that so the main reason I switched from WordPress to Gatsby was that I wanted to use Markdown for authoring, and I wanted to have the same platform for my actual courses and for my blogs, because that makes it easier for me to author stuff and to publish. However, I fell into the trap of building a custom blog, which turns out is a lot of work, and there's a lot of little details and fiddly stuff that WordPress does for you automatically that honestly still aren't perfect on my blog. So if you can find somebody else, or what I would love to have that I haven't really found just yet, or I probably haven't looked hard enough, is a startup or somebody who's working on Gatsby as a blogging platform and doing it as a SaaS, so that everything would be already configured and working instead of building it yourself from scratch. So if you just want to write and publish and get good stuff out there, I would still recommend going with WordPress, because the defaults there are just amazing. And right now, there aren't a lot of good defaults for Gatsby yet, I think. Like where somebody has actually thought through all of the little details that you need to have a good blog. That said, I wanted to be on Gatsby because I wanted to have a site that's really fast, and I wanted to have an easy time authoring stuff without using weird CMS plugin, weird CMSs and visual editors and stuff like that. So that's why I went with Gatsby. Does that answer your question? Now let's see. What is not working here? Will it work now? Come on. Error, the main option is required. What domain option? For auth 0. So yes, I do not have my configuration. That's a problem. So let's go here and let's look at how I can configure my React for Database course. I'm going to steal all of this from, where can I steal this from? Let's see, we need a new file, and we're gonna copy all of this shit over here, and we're gonna say Gatsby auth 0 domain is let's see, I think I have this committed to source code here. Let's see. Gatsby config. There's gonna be configuration options in here somewhere. No. Come on. I know I have this configured somewhere. So we can take the Facebook pixel, and then we can take the analytics ID. And do we have the IP stack key here somewhere? No. I'm gonna have to find that. Do we have the Giphy API key? We have the Giphy API key. So I'm not worried about sharing all of this stuff with you right now, because I'm, it's already public on GitHub anyway. These are not, no, go away. These are not real secrets. Oh yeah. So we say .env.development. Is that what we decided to call it? Yes. .env.development, use dot. Great. So now I need to find the other ones. Write message and auth0 stuff will be here. Do we have write message? No. Let's see. Source in there's going to be source. No, in Gatsby browser, Gatsby node. Yes, Gatsby browser. We'll have my this stuff. Let's see, wrap page element. There we go. Auth0 domain is this one. So domain, and then we have the client ID. My client ID is here. Client ID. Then we need the scope, which is this one. So this has spaces, which means I think it needs quotes, or I forget what the name of that character is. And this stuff, and I'm going to find the write message ID and IP stack parity key later. And unfortunately, this means I now have to restart Gatsby. Awesome. Little snitch agent, would that access to? Sure. So we are restarting Gatsby. I hope that this time it starts faster, because we already compiled everything. Node until quit, allowed to connect to anything. So this should now actually start. I've basically added the configuration, copied it from the scattered configuration from before. And that's another big thing we added in the new course platform, is that all of the configuration is done sanely and mostly securely, so that it's no longer part of the actual code base, which will then make it easier to deploy this. And it's also going to make it easier to open source this course platform so that others can use it, because others will be able to configure it and use it for their own projects. That's the general idea. Let's see. Okay, so it did run faster. Come on. Come on, course platform, you got this. Reload. Let's see, do you work? Pa-pa-da-pa-pa. No, still not started. It's building the development bundle. Okay, now it actually got to a building development bundle. Gosh. Working with Gatsby on a live stream is actually really slow. It's kind of frustrating. So I think I need to do something with my lighting. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's like a shadow happening here because that light is not as strong as that light, or I don't know. Like you see, this part of my face gets really well illuminated, but then this side is kind of off. Feels too dark. Maybe I need another studio light, like back there. That could be interesting. I feel like that's too complicated. Come on, computer, you got this. Build the development bundle. Come on, computer, you got it. Oh, did you do it, computer? Is that what that means? That success line over there? Why is, oh, yes. Sweet. Okay, so we've got the thing working. And if I go into the lessons, you'll see that you can now scroll down and the menu follows you. That was weird. Lessons. Okay, so you see the menu is still there. The menu scrolls separately than the rest, which is amazing. And you can then click around. Or oh, right. So you see, this is how upgrades work. I need to configure it to have stuff. So the introduction is like a sample chapter. I need to mark the sample chapter somehow, because if you click this, you then get a thing that asks you to buy. But if we go to auth0.com, I can give myself the correct user role and I'll have access to everything. This was because I was testing stuff. Log in. So I'm now going to go into the course platform. Please look away because I might accidentally show you emails from some of my users, which I shouldn't do. Don't save that. Switch tenant, go to the course platform. And then I'm going to look for myself. Latest login is me. See, I clicked that quickly enough, right? I'm going to assign a role. And I'm going to give myself access to literally everything. And now if I refresh this page, I should be able to load it. No. Yes. Awesome. See, oh, that is a great look. I need to screenshot this. To save. Okay. So now one thing I want to do before I publish this live is that this font works great for my blog. It's not the font I want to use for the course platform. Also, this is kind of weird, but whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shadow the Gatsby theme. No, not the Gatsby theme. I'm going to shadow the theme styling configuration and change the font that's being used. Let's see if I actually know how to do that. So we have the site metadata, instructions, scoped routes, role upgrades, course menu. Oh, nice. Footer links. Oh yeah, we now have support for the footer down here, which means if you click on the blog, you actually get to the blog that's on reactforDataviz.com. I bet you most of you didn't even know that there was a blog there. So I'm going to try to remember how to shadow this. What do? I'm going to shadow it the same way we do it here. So Gatsby plugin theme UI, Gatsby plugin theme UI, no. Okay, I'm going to create a new directory. Let's do this. Git add dot, git commit -a-m, install embedder directly. Cool, got that. And now I need index.js, and we're going to change the presets so that they use a different font. Yes, and I'm going to look at how the course platform does that, because that's going to be the easiest way to do it. Source Gatsby plugin theme UI, index.js. Okay, so I'm going to, let's go look at the different typography themes, and then we're going to choose a font. So typography.js If we look, this is the default theme. Then we have Alton, Bootstrap, no, DeYoung. No, I don't like that. So I'm basically trying to find a font that I think will work for the React for Database course. I actually kind of like the Dolger one. Glen, no, definitely not. Fairy Gates, that could work. It's nice and readable. Funston, nope, not a fan. GitHub, yeah. Grand View, kind of like that. Irving, eh. Judah, no. Kirkham, Lawton, no, don't like that. Lincoln, no, don't like that either. Parnassus is the one I'm using on my blog. Moraga, that's kind of cool. Ocean Beach, oh, that looks nice. St. Anne's, no. Sutro, oh, I like that one. It's nice and it feels readable. Twin Peaks feels very readable. US Web Design Standards. Wikipedia, though definitely not. WordPress. Kubrick, no. So I said that I liked was it the Dolger one? Yes. No. Fairy Gates. How do you guys feel about Fairy Gates as the typography theme for React for Database? Yeah, let's give it a shot. I think that could work. Okay, so we're going to say npm install typography theme Funston, right? Yes, typography theme Funston, and then I'm going to create a new file. So we're going to go into the course platform to see how that works. And then I'm going to try to change the font with as little changes as I need to. Yes. So we create a new file, and that file is going to say import typography theme. We set Funston, and import typography from typography theme Funston. And in reactfordatabase.com, we're going to Gatsby theme components. Nice. So in here, we're going to create Gatsby plugin theme UI. So we're shadowing a plugin of a plugin. And this needs to say index.js. So import typography from typography theme. And then I'm going to import the typeface as well. What's the typeface? Typeface Quattrocento Sans. How do let's see. So if I go on npm.js, is that where I can find this thing? Quattrocento Sans. Typeface Quattrocento Sans. Great. So we install that. And then from the theme, we're going to export first just the, let's see. So import typeface, we said Quattrocento Sans. That's going to give us the actual fonts that we can use for the rest of the theme. We've got that. And then we export default to theme typography. Okay, and we need to import to theme from @theme UI typography, and we'll see if importing this stuff like that actually works, or would I have to or do I have to install those dependencies on my local project? The Riz, your site would try to use its own copy of the font instead of the Google Fonts list. I don't actually know. That's a great question, there is. Let's see how does this actually work? Because I think it is using Google Fonts. Typefaces project is deprecated. Created font source, which provides the same functionality but with automated releases and richer support for importing specific weights. Okay. But I'm still curious what this actually does. Files hash, index CSS. So this loads Quattrocento Sans. Yes, there is, you were right. This is going to load my local copy of the font instead of Google Fonts. So, but I can try this anyway. So we're gonna run npm start and see what happens locally. I'm hoping that it's only going to be the font that changes and not the entire styling. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make a couple more changes here. npm start, and let's see. And for the record, once we open source this, this would be basically the approach that somebody who's using the course platform as an open source project would customize it with a custom look and feel, so that they don't have to worry about, what was I going to say? This is how you would customize it with a custom look and feel. And this kind of goes back to Dayan's question earlier as well, is that part of the idea of open sourcing the course platform, when I get to that, is that it will give you a pre-configured, fully working Gatsby system for having like a blog plus paid courses with all of the fiddly things figured out, so that you don't have to figure them out yourself. That's kind of the idea. We'll see what happens. If nothing else, it's going to be for me to use on my own stuff. Okay, so this ran. Now let's see what happens. Reload. Come on. Show me what happens with the styling. So it's running page queries. That's taking forever. Building development bundle. This part is slow. Come on. Come on, computer, you got this. Ba-da-ba-dum. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm kind of getting hungry, so I'm probably going to go eat dinner soon, but this has been a pretty good... We've made good progress. I'm almost ready to publish this live. It's just that builds are taking forever when I'm live coding, and it's going to be easier to finish this when I'm not live coding. But I got to try it live, so that's a good sign, right? Now let's see. Will this last run actually manage to run? Come on, computer. Why are you so slow today? Page isn't working because we're building the development bundle. I wonder why it's taking so long when I just changed. All I tried was to change the font. Computer, please be faster. Yeah. And I ran out of Coke. which sounds a lot more interesting if you don't see me grabbing a can of Coke first. Oh, come on. Seriously taking forever today. Come on, build the development bundle. I just want to show this one last thing before I wrap up. Yay, it ran. Okay, let's see what happened. Did I break all of the styling, or does some of the styling still work? Ooh. I don't think anything actually happened. Did it? Yes, I don't think this is the typeface I wanted. Let's try. Which font is this? Computed font family Merriweather Sans. Definitely not Quattrocento Sans. And so that didn't work. I'm gonna have to talk to Emmanuel, who's helping me build this stuff, on, hey, how do I actually change the font and why isn't this shadowing stuff working? So on that terrible disappointment, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go eat dinner now, and I'll see you all on Sunday when we're going to do something a little bit more interesting and look into we're going to look into rewriting a Gatsby application to Next.js, because I want to try what that looks like. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on Sunday. Bye.